Right, we're here in beautiful North Carolina. We have the Metropolitan straight truck here that we're going to demonstrate how to do a contractor truck inspection. So your monthly inspections, what to look for, and what to determine if the truck needs to be placed out of the service. So this is the Metropolitan straight truck. So we'll just walk around it. We'll follow the list on the app and make sure we know what goes into each cell. If it's a yes or no, or what information that needs to be put in there. First information is what is the name of the company? Who's the contractor? Okay, so if you come around to the side of the truck, you can find the contractor information in a couple of different locations. Sometimes it's on the front of the box, sometimes it's on the door. As you can see here, it's both. Metropolitan Warehouse and Delivery is on the box, and the USDOT number is on the door. So that's where we get the Metropolitan Warehouse and Delivery, the company name for the drop down. And we did not see a license plate on the front of the truck, so we're going to assume it's on the back. So we'll walk around to the back of the truck, and there is the license plate number. As far as the truck number, you can either put 1, is what most people use as the standard, because most trucks don't have a truck number on them, the ones that we operate, or you can put the last 4 digits of the license plate, which would be 8598. Okay, so the first question is the truck clean? The outside of the truck. So you're going to check out the outside of the truck on all 4 sides. We already checked the back when we were checking the license plate. And the truck box looks very clean, looks good. So we're going to give that a positive. The next question is, are the headlights and tail lights working? So as you can see, the headlights were working. And let's walk around and make sure the tail lights are working. Okay, as you can see, the tail lights are working also, so that is going to get a yes on that question as well. Okay. Question number 3 is, does the truck box have damage that may compromise the cargo? About 90% of the time, the damage is going to be to the end caps in the front of the box that are going to be hit by tree limbs or other structures that break those gray end caps on the sides. So that's one of the things that you really want to look for. And let's walk around the truck and see if we can see any damage to the sides or the back of the truck. What you're looking for on the sides of the truck is that top rail across the very top of the box where the roof meets the sides. And what happens with those is they drive under something too low. Again, it could be a tree limb, it could be a bridge, it could be anything that it pushes the rail down enough to where it pops rivets out and it separates the roof from the side of the box. On the back of the truck, what you're mostly looking for is damaged, rotting door panels. So the door panels get wet over the years, they start to rot, and then there become holes in the door which allow weather into the truck. This one looks pretty good, so let's look at the passenger side of the truck. Okay, so now we are on the passenger side of the truck. We're looking at the box, and it looks like it's in a really good shape. So don't see any damage to the panels, to where the ceiling meets the sidewall. We're going to answer yes, this is in good shape. No damage to the box. The next question is the box clean, neat, organized, and odor-free? As you see, it is clean, somewhat neat. The pad should be folded at the end of the day and stacked next to the wall, and it is odor-free. So the next question is the dashboard free of trash. As you can see, there is absolutely no trash on this dashboard, so that's going to get a okay. The next question is the annual inspection up to date? So as you can see, if we get close to that annual inspection, we can't read it. Not sure if it's valid or not. So we're going to look inside the company truck. You'd have to ask the contractor for their information. So here's his folder. Look inside the folder. The first page is the annual inspection. And I don't know if you can see that, but the annual inspection was completed 9/17/2025, which means it's good through 9/16/2026. So the annual inspection is current. Okay, so the next question is, are marker lights and license plate light in good working order and correct color? So, as you can see, there are marker lights across the front of the cab, 3 in the center, 2 on the side. They're amber in color. That is correct. As you can see on the box, on the corners of the box, there are amber lights and they're working. They are the correct color. So let's go around to the side of the truck. Check out the lights over here. As you can see, the front one again is amber in color. The center light is amber and it's working. That's correct color. And the rear light is red and it is working. That is correct color. So you have amber, amber, red. And when you are walking around looking for where the lights might be, you can look at this amber tag on the side of the truck, look up, and that's where the light is going to be. Okay, now we're at the rear of the truck. All of the lights on the rear of the truck should be red. So you have the brake lights on each side. Then you have the marker lights across the top, just like at the front. You have 2 on the sides and 3 in the center. Again, they should all be red. Now let's check out the license plate light. Make sure it works. And yes, the license plate light is working. Okay, so the passenger side of the truck, same thing as the driver's side. You have the red light in the back, proper color, the amber light in the center, and the amber light in the front of the truck. All working. So we've already made it all the way around the truck. All the marker lights are working. Okay, so the next question is question number 8. Decals on both sides of the truck. If it's a leased piece of equipment over 30 days, the company name, US DOT number, and MC number of the contractor needs to be on the sides of the truck. Letters must be at least 2 inches and readable from 50 feet away. Again, we have Metropolitan Warehouse and Delivery on the box. We have the US DOT number and the MC number on the door on the driver's side. Let's go check the passenger side. Okay, on the passenger side, same thing. We have the Metropolitan Warehouse and Delivery on the box, US DOT number and MC number on the door. Question 9 is there damage to the windshield that will obstruct the driver's view? I don't know if you can see it, but there are 3 chip marks from rocks in the windshield. They have not spread. There is no cracks blocking the driver's view. So this will get a positive answer on the windshield. Question 10 is the tread depth okay on all tires? You have to measure the tread depth with a tread depth gauge. Steer tires, the front tires must be at least 4/32. Drive tires, the rear tires must be at least 2/32. So let's measure the driver's side steer tire and see what we have. So let's measure in the center. And you see we're getting a little bit of yellow. Let's pull it out. What you're looking for is the number that the line goes through. So that's 5. I don't know if you can see that, but the number that it goes through is 5. That's the closest one. It has the line right next to it that lined up with the gauge. So this is 5/32. Steer tires, again, they are out of compliance once they reach 4/32. So you want to let the contractor know, hey, your driver's side steer tire is 5/32. It's going to need to be replaced in the next month, or next time I measure it. If it's 4 or below, I'm going to have to put you out of service. And give them a heads up. Drivers inside and outside drive tires. So you don't want to measure in this groove. You want to measure in the grooves on the side here. So let's measure that. In there. All right, so we turn this around and we're at 7/32 on the inside tire. Let's do the outside tire. Okay. And on the outside tire, we're 6. So 6 on the outside, 7 on the inside. Okay, so the next question is, are there mud flaps and are they in good condition? They're the right height. As you can see, these are about no more than 6 inches off the ground, in great condition. So the driver's side mud flap looks great. Let's check out the passenger side. And there is the passenger side mud flap, about the same as the driver's side, about 6 inches off the ground. Great shape. It's going to stop those rocks from flying and hitting cars or anything behind the truck. So these get a positive answer. Okay, so the next question is, are the contractor personnel well groomed, in uniform, and wearing their Metro IDs while they're on your dock? So Metro IDs is easy to see. They should all be wearing their IDs on the dock. That makes sure that you can verify they haven't lost their ID. They're more likely to wear it in the residence, and that is everybody on the dock should be on the dock. They've been certified and background checked by our compliance team. In uniform, you know what uniform looks like. They need to be clean, neat, and when they get out of the truck, we should be proud of the way they look as they're going up to the customer's house. Okay, so question 13 is, was the tender refused to the carrier because of any issues that we found during our inspection? This truck was in very good shape. There were no violations that we located during our walk-around inspection, and so we are going to go ahead and allow the tender of this load to go forward with this contractor because their truck passed all of our inspection questions. Question 14, were any issues identified that need correction? So we did our full walk around inspection of this truck. We found it in good condition. We didn't hit them for anything. So we're going to say, no, there were no issues found during the inspection. This truck is good to go. Question 15 is, were all issues communicated with the carrier? So we want to make sure that we speak with the contractor, let them know of any issues that we found during the inspection. And when we send off the email after we completed the inspection, they'll get a copy of that too. But you want to make sure that you speak to them in case they don't read the email. At this point, you're ready to take your pictures. The pictures are pretty self-explanatory. Most of the time, you can take more than one picture for the same category. So the front of the truck, there may be an issue with one of the lights. So you take a picture of the entire front of the truck, and you can take a second picture of the light itself. The next section allows you to put additional notes. This is where I put my notes on any issues I found with the truck. So say I found a tire out of compliance, that's question 10. I would put 10, so compliance knows it's question 10 that I'm referring to. Then I'll put driver steer tire out of compliance, 132nd. Same thing with any of the other questions. If I found it to be out of compliance, I put the question number and what the issue was. So it makes it easier for compliance to determine what they need to speak to the contractor about. Then the rest of the form is pretty self-explanatory. Your name, the hub location, and your signature. So once you fill that all out, you have the entire form filled out. You can go ahead and send it off to compliance, to the contractor, and great job. You did an excellent job on making sure that our contractors stay safe, the motoring public stay safe, and as importantly, Metropolitan has a product that we would want the customer to see when it pulls up in front of their house.